podcast. Uh,
There is music. I can still hear Miles Pokemon Unite in the background.
I mean, I was just in the menus.
Turn it off.
I need to open up these fucking pumpkin boxes.
Stop it, you fucking degenerate gamer god.
oh,
Why isn't there a use all? I have 27 of these fucking things.
Don't care, get off.
Wait.
fantastic start, gentlemen. I think I'll use this 2 minutes instead.
Wow. You just keep retconning the beginning. God damn it, roll. What are you, the DC Universe or something? I don't know.
Yes, I am one of the exclusive executive producers. Not just a regular executive producer, not even just a regular producer, an exclusive executive producer. That's how high my rank is.
It sounds like a lot of nonsense to me.
Exactly, just like the DCEU. But
I was talking about DC Comics because they have like a crisis like every 2 years or some bullshit. So that's what I was more so talking about.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Dwarf guy, this is the DC podcast episode.
Okay, I turned off Pokemon.
I've been reading Grant Morrison's Batman right now. It's pretty good.
Alright, now can we say we're ready?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the TheLoneColony podcast. Joining me today, we have MP King, or as we're gonna call him, Miles. And just below him will be Ultratron. I can't pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, mate. Ultratron.
Ultratron 563. Yes, there you go.
But he'll be known as Carlos. And then, on my corner, we have the radioactive octopus, as always. Although he
Guys, gals, unbinary pals.
I'm gonna keep that. And then there's me, the unimportant electric raptor dude, repod reptiles, or who cares? Gentlemen, Jurassic World Evolution.
That is a game that exists.
Alright, I'll do...
Already.
Alright, so, we've done a podcast on the first Jurassic World Evolution game. The first podcast was just with me and David, but then we did another one in... I forget, did we do that before or after the release of Return to Jurassic Park? The DLC?
It was before. It was before.
Right. And now we're recording this on the 6th of November. Remember. But by the time this episode comes out, which will hopefully be on November 9th, which will be the release of Jurassic World Evolution 2. So I thought we all come together and speculate, share some concerns, just talk about the game, what we've seen, and just lay it out on the floor before it comes out, and just address a few things, speculate a few things, etc. So and maybe even talk about the possible course where it could go in terms of extended content, DLCs, free updates, and how Frontier could possibly improve the base game as of now. Even though we don't have access to it, but I was hoping to do more in terms of conversations, just speculating more, but then apparently the embargo lifted a lot earlier yesterday, and a bunch of these YouTubers who had early access to it started dropping content, so less speculation, more just analyzing, I guess. But
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, you didn't have to watch the content.
No, I did not, but I did anyway. Because I'm like that. But I guess the first thing we should probably start off with is, I guess, how do we feel about the first Evolution game and where it left off? after Return to Jurassic Park and after those like last few bug fixes.
You want us to go first?
Show and tell, show and tell. Line up, line up.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. The Avery was cool that it was put in.
Yeah.
But it is what they basically said it would be, and the reason why it wasn't put in the first place because it's just a glorified fish tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was what it was. I don't know why Zoo Tycoon could do it, and that game's like 20 years old, but whatever.
True!
I mean, I guess we could say the same thing about J-Pog in terms of like how the AI interacted with each other, but
Yeah.
how Evolution couldn't do that same thing, despite the game being, I think, a decade older. I forget when that game came out, but yeah.
It was 2018. What are you talking about, J-Pog?
J-Pog.
No idea.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally
But yeah, and I also thought that the return. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I also thought the Return to Jurassic Park would add more park stuff. Like we got bathrooms, but I felt like that was more just a nod to the movie.
Actually, bathrooms were part of the free update that usually come out with these DLCs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I count that as part of the update because
No,
goes
alright,
with it.
yeah.
No. But yeah, I don't know. That game ended off just feeling like you're managing paperwork.
Yeah, a
statistics.
little bit. Carlos, do you have anything to add about like Evolution after the Return to Jurassic Park DLC?
I still think it was a very strange decision to not have a lot of those things, especially like skin wise, in like the base game. Like I still think that was like a really stupid decision. And so like even though I like Return to Jurassic Park, it kind of just feels like it's just like finishing the game when it should have had those things in the first place in a lot of ways. In terms of like what that added like after the fact, it didn't really like the campaign was really short, so it's like kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool, but like it's just like whatever. And like I appreciate the game actually having the things that it should have had in the beginning, right? I appreciate having the proper movie skins, right? But like there wasn't that wasn't really enough to like make the game like be consistently playable for me afterwards. That being said, not that long after the DLC came out, people started to figure out how to mod the game, and for me, the modding community for the game has really made me keep on going with it in a way that I probably wouldn't have if the modding community didn't step in. So shout out to the modding community for that. But if we were going to pretend like that doesn't exist, then I feel like the game didn't really have that much longevity after the fact.
I mean, we're not being sponsored by Frontier, so yeah, please go on.
Yeah, like especially like the game's beautiful. Like I think like in terms of, like visually, like I think it looks better than a lot of Park Simulator games. Like I know a lot of people like Planet Zoo, but Planet Zoo has like a kind of like cartoony aesthetic to it that I'm not crazy about. Which is why I prefer, at least aesthetically, how Evolution looks.
Right.
So like visually, I don't really have a problem with the game for the most part. So it's like it's always nice to just like just chill and look at your dinosaurs or whatever. But like I kind of got a lot of that like just playing through like the base game. So it's like I don't know. There isn't really much to do afterwards other than start using mods, which really bring a whole new life to the game, if you ask me. But there's that.
David, what about you?
All right. I guess if we're comparing, like, if we're also talking about how it like started, like back in the olden days when it first came out, right?
Yeah.
I always felt like the problems were kind of twofold. The two things that they focused on for the game were presentation and challenge. On the presentation side of things, I think there's a reason why the dinosaur AI acted like it did. Because let's compare hunting, right? Hunting in JPOG versus hunting in Jurassic World Evolution. But dinosaur hunting in JPOG, it was dynamic in that they would chase them down. The carnivore would chase on the herbivore. Some of the times they would turn around and fight back, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is it's very generalized. Like the dinosaurs have a basic attack that an animation will do, and then the other dinosaur has a hitbox that they might hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
But visually, I think Frontier they wanted it to be like, oh, when the dinosaur bites onto another, it actually grabs its neck, it grabs its arm, it grabs whatever, right? So to have that, you need to have these more like kind of direct like repeatable animations, and that's why we have the system of the dinosaurs line up, the kill happens, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Presentation wise, it looks flashy, but it also kind of reveals chinks in the AI armor. The other thing too was I felt like a lot of the focus was made on, like I said, the chat. Like it's weird, right? Because it's not a hard game, but by challenge, it's like a lot of those early design decisions used to be like, oh, it's all these detriments is so they force you to have like a sustainable park, right? Like I think a perfect example. Remember back in the day when carnivores would mass kill herbivores?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
I always felt like that decision was there probably because the idea is, oh, if your carnivore breaks out of its enclosure and gets in the herbivores in it, it's gonna be a big problem because it's gonna wipe out all your herbivores, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that that was a constraint that kind of like took away from the game in terms of like, what if you wanted to make a side B or have certain enclosures? Like it felt like you needed to play a specific way, like how the game intends you to play. And in a park simulator that's all about creating your own Jurassic Park and being creative, like I feel that was a big mistake. Also why the islands are so limited early on,
tiny.
right?
Yeah.
It's because it's a challenge to make a functioning park. But like we want to make the best park we can in a big space, like and have unlimited creativity, right?
Yeah.
And to be fair, like I felt like this probably wasn't the budget for this game couldn't have been too big, and they probably weren't expecting it to be as successful as it was. I bet they weren't planning a sequel.
Yeah.
They just kind of
definitely not. Yeah.
But after, I guess like it did well, and then a lot of people bought the DLC. So now we're here. Now post DLC wise, the DLC was great. It was fun to play through a lot of those levels. The Return to Jurassic Park stuff was actually like legitimately a fun like campaign mode.
Yeah.
Having to run a park that kind of like functions differently with the travel cars versus like make it a huge space, all that. The skins were nice. It was fun to see like what new dinosaurs would be added. Specifically, it was always great to see what new animations there were. But kind of after the fact, I would kind of go in just to like waste time, basically. Like I'll make. Now I'm not the type of person who like made a bunch of parks and stuff. My parks looked like shit, like always.
Yeah. Right.
I just wanted to put the dinosaurs in the cages and see what they would do. That was usually my time. Like I would just kind of make my own little site Bs, plant dinosaurs in the open, and just watch them go about while I'm like doing something else. So the appeal for me kind of died off relatively quickly after Return to Jurassic Park. Overall, could have been better. It is a novelty. Like in a way, it's hard for me to even say like, "Oh, it's so bad," because like I still can't believe we got it.
Yeah.
Especially to J-Pod, like one of the most niche of niche games ever.
Yeah.
You can't even properly buy a copy of PC.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. I'm kind of more or less in the same boat as you. it's actually really hard for me to remember Evolution before the DLCs and the updates, because I feel it definitely benefited a lot through those, especially just like with the free updates. Not even talking about like the Fallen Kingdom update or the Ceratops update, but through those updates we have like destructible vehicles, the restrooms, Ranger teams having more amenities to them, like the flare. Sorry, excuse me. Which was pretty cool. But yeah, it's like, the changes that they definitely implemented, even some of the changes they said they couldn't do, like changing carnivore sizes or their behaviors. Honestly, it's like definitely almost a night and day difference when you compared the first version of this game to the last version after the Evolution DLC came out. But, yeah. Jesus Christ, guys.
I don't know. You had the shortest one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sorry, what the hell is in my throat? God damn. So run, guys, I have COVID-19. But like after Return to Jurassic Park, there was a bit of a hiatus, and then you had the announcement of Evolution 2. How did you guys react to that exactly? What were your thoughts?
I was surprised. I'm like, really? I was just like, I guess they did well enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I was surprised, and I immediately got concerned because I was like, oh no, am I not going to have my JP3 Raptors in this?
Yeah, it's that's always the problem with sequels. They giveth, but they also taketh. But
Exactly.
we'll get into that soon.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
I kept my expectations tempered for other reasons.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the video game industry being shit. My immediate concern for everything I see is always, is it going to be broken on launch, and it's going to have really shit monetization. And to be fair, for Jurassic World Evolution, it's pretty shit monetization.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for all those DLCs, which added in some really important stuff. And like for a lot of reused assets too. Sure, we get new dinosaurs, but they all run on the same rig.
Yeah.
Same animations. Like,
I think the biggest ripoff was the Raptor Squad DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really nickel and diming. No,
Wasn't
they never.
Wasn't that only like $5? Or am I misremembering?
It was about that.
No,
See, I think it was
roughly
cheaper,
$2.
but
yeah, it's like around $2.
It's cheap, but it's also insulting.
Yeah.
Because again, it should have been. It either should have been an update or should have been like in the game to begin with. No, it should have been in the game to begin with.
It's called Jurassic World Evolution, and they didn't even give us the Jurassic World Raptors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
so
it was cheap, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad, and we were kind of leaning into egregious territory.
Yeah.
So far, that hasn't happened. We actually, from what we've now seen with the game out, you get a lot of content for your buck, which is good.
Yeah, it's.
But like, I guess like now, because like I said, don't trust the game industry. So I kind of going blank. I didn't really have hype for this game. I don't have hype for most games.
Yeah.
For 2 or 1?
Honestly, 2, but you could throw 1 in there too. Now 1, there was a bit of hype just because, like, oh my god, like we're actually getting a spiritual successor to J-Pog. But now that like high is kind of long gone.
See, I had a different one. For me, it wasn't to J-Pog. It was like, oh my god, I hope this is like the Zoo Tycoon dinosaur expansion.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm definitely in the same boat as most of you when it came to the announcement of Evolution 2. There was definitely an air of concern on what it would do compared to the first game. And yeah, it's like I guess we might as well get into it now, right? It's just talk about what we've seen thus far.
Almost nothing.
Okay, so
Well,
I guess I'll start us off with one of the more exciting additions to Evolution 2, aquatics. We've been asking for aquatics ever since the launch of Evolution 1, and we finally have them in the sequel game. Um, sure, some of them are a little funky, like the Liplorodon, and in for better or for worse, the Elasmosaur. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I've only seen 3 of the aquatics.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
guessing Mosasaur, Elasmosaur, and Plesiosaur?
Plesiosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the Plesiosaur. I think Elastosaur is fine. It looks different enough from the Plesiosaur, and like it has the features that it's supposed to have. Not as many
Yeah.
teeth as it's supposed to be, and they're a lot thicker than they're supposed to be. But that's fine. Raptors aren't fucking the size of a human, so who cares? Uh, I don't know. I'm happy they're there, but I don't think they'll add much.
Yeah, that's one of my major concerns with the aquatics is how will they interact with the greater world around them? Would they be able to eat land dinosaurs? Would they be able to interact with the avians when they break out? Would they be able to like destroy a helicopter if you fly too low? Uh, like there's definitely a lot of questions as to what they could do, but then
Yeah.
there's like the expectations of what they can do.
My bet is that they won't have any interactions with the main dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Um,
What happens
especially
in
because the aquarium that you build is essentially a building
yeah,
that it's contained into. You
Yeah.
can't connect it to like a water channel, so
yeah,
we're not going to have a mosasaur fucking waiting for a Rex to take a drink.
yeah. What
Which is
That's
happens?
not
which is
good.
I gotta be honest, it's kind of unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah, what happens in the aquarium stays in the aquarium, unless you're in it, I
Basically, yeah.
guess. Yeah,
At best, I think the only interaction we'll be able to do is the shark thing. I think the helicopter is a bit of a stretch.
yeah. Um,
Um,
but yeah, in terms of greater interactions with the aquatics, what I've seen is that they do interact with each other much more or less like the land dinosaurs. So, they would just hunt each other down or just go about their time. But other than that, they don't really pose much of a threat to your park guests or your facilities. Again, what happens in the aquarium stays in the aquarium.
yeah.
Yeah, my like it's cool. It's great we're finally getting it, but like I wish there was more like variety that you can do with them. Like it's
Yeah,
like you literally just like do pulls basically. Like wouldn't it be cool if we had like proper like tanks that like that tank walls that like stuck I can't speak that like stuck out from the ground as opposed to just like a pool. So maybe you can do like a shark tunnel thing, or maybe you can do or maybe you just like you can make deep water and like put the aquatics in there, and then you can have like a mosasaur like hunt a T-Rex or something that's my only like kind of disappointment is I wish there was more variety with what you can do with the exhibits
yeah, there was more
instead
to
of
do. Yeah,
instead of just like having a pool. That's it.
yeah, it's more or less kind of like the Pteranodon exhibit from Evolution 1, actually.
It's a little better than that because, like we said, like the animals are like they're actually like they're not just
Yeah.
like looped animated like
They're
objects.
not on a
They're
track.
there's
Yeah,
yeah,
real
they're,
AI in there.
yeah. They're properly like AI like creatures. So
yeah,
like
but they
it's
don't.
better. It's better, but like yeah,
Yeah, but
you're and you can change. You can the size and the shape of the pool can vary, but like you're always limited to a pool.
yeah, but like here's another thing though. It's like when it comes to adding these attractions, whether it be uh, carnivores, hybrids, etc., there's always a risk factor to it. There's no real risks adding aquatics in the game, and the same thing with the pterosaurs in the first game. If they break out, they'll just fly away, and maybe you'll lose a couple $1,000 because that was a paid asset.
No, I
Yeah.
think the challenge that they're going to. I haven't seen any gameplay, so correct me if this has been already like resolved and not true. But I feel like the challenge of having an aquatic is that they're just actually a money sink. They're probably like 3 times more expensive to take care of than a regular dinosaur. Would be my bet.
That might be the case. We'll
Just
have
because, like, realistically, they're stuck in a pool. Cleaning alone would be insane.
No, right. So the maintenance behind it would definitely be the challenge, but that compared to
Yeah, but
getting
I
like
doubt that'll be an actual aspect, but I can just see them taking a lot of money to maintain.
yeah, but there's a difference between cleaning a tank and getting eaten by an allosaur. That's the argument I'm trying to make.
I don't know. Man.
Yeah, like I was gonna back to what I was saying, like how it would have been better if we had more like variety, because like let's say if you could do like shark tunnels, right? Like you can do a thing where like different like shark types of shark tunnels, glass or whatever, is like more appropriate for different species, right? So like let's say you get like the super cheap like glass, and then the mosasaur can just break through the glass and eat your guests, right? And drown them. Like that. Oh, you get your variety and like making your each aquatic exhibit different, but you also get like that proper challenge that like the land dinosaurs would give you.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, there are those like sinking stands from the movie. Those are going to be in the game. So maybe if your mosasaur doesn't have like its needs met, it could like break through the glass and then drown your guests.
Maybe.
I doubt that. I feel like those are just like the observatory buildings.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, imagine if they actually did that, allowing the dinosaurs to attack the viewing galleries. That would actually be a bit of a game changer.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's like
get different types of viewing galleries. Wasn't there different ones in JPOG? Like, aren't there different ones?
No, there was only one.
Huh.
From what I
remember.
Number 2, there's one you attach to the enclosure, and the viewing platforms, which you can place anywhere.
Oh well, I was talking specifically about the viewing vent, but whatever, it's fine.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it does seem kind of unfortunate that's the case with aquatics, but I don't know, maybe they'll change it. Maybe they could have it so that land-based dinosaurs could like break the fencing that's around the aquarium, giving the aquatics access to land, because I can see a mosasaur like jumping out and grabbing a land-based dinosaur, which would be pretty cool, or just something jumping in.
I can't see.
And like the plesiosaurs, like they were able to go on land temporarily, right?
No.
No?
Okay. I don't think so. That's in very old plesiosaur art.
Yeah, that's very art.
No, that it would have been impossible.
Okay, I haven't kept up with my plesiosaur paleontology.
Yeah. I love those illustrations though. They're really cool.
Yeah.
I think I learned like in the scientific accuracy of walking with dinosaurs. That guy he released Cruelty a year or so ago, and I think he mentioned there that like in real life the plesiosaurs would not be able to like walk on land.
Yeah.
They weren't seals. They're too big for
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
But yeah,
Never mind.
I guess what I meant was, I can see how Pteranodons could possibly like interact with the aquatics because they share pretty much the same food source. So it'd be nice to see something like that happening. But no, I agree with you, Miles. It won't happen, but I want it to happen.
Also, it's like because this is more conversation for later. I could see it not working too because the land animations already have problems, as it were, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
But that's just something. That's just kind of a note to keep in. And we'll save this for later.
Actually, you know what? I'd say we're done like talking about the aquatics, right? Or does anyone else want to add anything?
I haven't seen much on them.
Yeah.
What? Actually, here's a question for you guys. Overall, from what you've seen, what do you think of the animals, the selection of aquatic animals?
Uh, you go first.
I haven't seen much. I can't really say. I've only seen like the mosasaur and the plesiosaur.
Yeah. Carlos, do you have any thoughts?
I'm fine with it generally because like I'm not a big aquatic reptile guy, so like I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
and you can't like do that much with like the different like aquatic exhibits anyway. So like I gotta be honest, I'm probably not gonna be using those that much. So like I think the amount and like the variety we have is perfectly fine.
Right. Miles, it sounded like you had something to say.
Considering what we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
I haven't seen the whole selection. Like, I've literally only seen 3 models. I think I've seen a still, the Ichthyosaur.
Right.
But I think it, for the same reason that Carlos was talking about, I think it's a fair selection just because, like, what are they going to do?
Right, yeah.
And also, how are the, like, at this point, how are they going to act different? Like, they could add an Animite. Animite? I can never say its name. The fucking shelled squid.
Oh,
Ammonite.
Yes.
Nautilus?
Ammonite.
Ammonite, yeah.
Right. Ammonite.
Yeah.
They could add that. But, I mean, what's after that? Like, that's literally everything. They could add sharks, but...
Do they have
why?
orthocones?
Okay,
Orthocones, sea scorpions.
No, okay,
No,
no. Okay, if you
But
want to, I can
would they
tell-
go pre? Would they go pre-Jurassic? Like
They might
pre-Jurassic?
actually. They might actually,
Well, it'd be
because
cool
with the
with a dunk, but what
Yeah, get an Archelon in there.
Yeah, I mean, like, actually, an Archelon would be actually kind of dope, honestly.
Yo, Raho, bring up the aquatic species list, please.
Okay, no, I got it here. So, aquatics.
Done, guys.
But like to
Oh,
add on
no.
like adding pre-dinosaur age aquatics, we do have Listersaurus coming in Dominion, so maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, like the full species list for all aquatics is Elasmosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and if you bought the deluxe edition, Attenborosaurus, so that's a pliosaurus, Liplorodon, Ichthyosaurus, Mosasaurus, and Tylosaurus. That's all the aquatics.
Alright, so 7. Not the most.
7 with 3 different body rigs.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess like Ichthyosaurus on a different body rig.
Yeah, it's definitely on a different rig. Although I could see it sharing the same rig with like the Mosasaur. It's more or less the same like movement overall.
Yeah, it might be. I haven't seen any other animations, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, and also the same kind of goes with like Florodon. You know, 4 flippers, short tail. Elasmosaur, 4 flippers, short tail. Yeah.
Well, that I think that one might actually be running off the Mosasaur rig, just because it doesn't have anywhere for its neck to go, and it's essentially just a tinier Mosasaur.
Yeah. Medium Mosasaurs.
Well, it's tinier.
Yeah. That's another thing that I realized with the gameplay actually. Nothing can kill the Mosasaur.
Yeah.
Maybe except for another Mosasaur. I'm gonna have to test that out. But yeah.
They could add some fucking predatory schoolfish. I don't know, overwhelm it, but
Nah, I'll just eat everything. Like
Starve it.
Like,
yeah, that'll do it. We can kill it.
Beaver sicked like an entire school of like 60 ichthyosaurs on it, and the Mosasaur just ate them
Listen,
all.
we have something that none of the other aquatic creatures have. The delete button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder that. What happens if you delete the tank with the when the animals are in?
Oh,
Probably
wait, you know
won't
what?
let you or cue you to sell them before you do it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. It's kind of
Uh,
like it's kind of like placing down feeders that are too close to dinosaurs or fences even. They would just tell you, "Oh,
Ah,
you
okay.
can't do this. You're too close to a
Oh, okay.
dinosaur." But yeah.
It's like, what? How does that work?
That mechanic, that's the challenge aspect. It's so you can't just quickly build a little closure around the
No.
rampaging
I know.
dinosaur this whole
I
time.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I don't like just to bring that back to the point earlier.
Yeah.
People watching this, so
Yeah. Um. Yeah. What? Actually, that's quite a good bit of battle aquatics. But like moving from aquatics, I guess. You know what? Sure. Let's talk about the avians.
I haven't seen a single thing.
yeah, list me out the flyers.
All
I've
right.
seen a
Hold
few,
up.
but
It's a bit of a longer list, so give me a minute. But actually, I remember we were talking about uh, how they should have done flyers in the first game, and I forget who mentioned it, but someone said something about a modular system for the aviaries, and they actually added that in.
it's like Carlos or Miles.
Yeah,
Because we were bringing up Zoo Tycoon 2, so that's what.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
yeah.
It's also one
A
of
game
us.
that was able to accomplish everything that the first game couldn't.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's like, I definitely, like, the modular system was definitely the right call. It definitely like opens up in terms of like what they can do and just the amount of interactions and animations you could pull off. Sorry, gents, give me a minute. Finding the species list was a little harder than
I haven't checked, but like, can you like full on like get like if you wanted, you could get like a more sharp edged like aviary, or is it
Um,
always like the round dome, or is it always like the round dome style?
I think square actually.
yeah, you can make like a, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how you place down the modular
I've seen.
system.
I think I've seen. I think I saw them for like a split second of gameplay. I think they're actually squares that you attach to each other modularly.
Well, I'm talking about because I've seen some gameplay, and I'm just okay. Basically, like is like the glass styling of the aviary always going to be the same, and is like the height of the glass always going to be the same?
Probably.
Actually, from what I've seen, I think it depends on the area you're playing. So if you're playing the campaign, you kind of have this combination of glass and fence almost. If you're doing like Chaos Theory Jurassic World, it's gonna be, kind of like that, kind of like the Jurassic World Aviary. And then you have Jurassic Park. Wait, did I mention Jurassic Park? Yeah. So with Jurassic Park, Chaos Theory, it's going to be like the JP3 Aviary or Evolution's Aviary from the past game.
Now, will you be able to use like all those different versions like in Sandbox? Is the question.
I think so, because there's going to be mixed eras for next
Okay.
gen and PC.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering, like, can you like make like smaller like aviaries? Like, let's say you just want a small like little aviary with just dimorphodons, and like it's not just like small in terms of like, the width and the length, but like the height, like it's shorter. Like, can we have like little shorter aviaries or tall or super tall ones?
I think it's all the same height, honestly.
No, okay.
It's probably all a static thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a little disappointing, but like, but it's still a big step up from the aviary from the first game.
Yeah, where it's just the one building.
An actual snow globe.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now we have like the modular system, which I really like. You could also edit within the modular system. And also, the Pteranodons are definitely a lot more interactive in terms of what's outside of the aviary. Because in case you guys don't know, in the previous game, when your aviary is trashed and, your animals are able to escape, all your Pteranodons will just like fly into the ether and never be seen again. So there's like no chance for you to trank them, recapture them, and then rehouse them. So if you lose them, you lose them. But with Evolution 2, it's really cool because they'll actually attack not only your guests but also other dinosaurs, and you have a chance to trank them and then transport them back into your repaired aviary, uh, which is, I really like that.
It functions basically like all the other animals.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. They're just properly like AI creatures.
Except unlike aquatics, they can actually interact with more shit than themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I believe I have the species list here. I had to use my bootleg one, where it's just me guessing. Alright, so I believe. Okay, so Cerodactylus, Dimorphodon, and I do not know the name of that one. Pteranodon, and Tapijara, and Tropiognathus. I think that's all the flyers that they have.
Is that counting the one from the deluxe edition?
Oh wait, no. Shit, where was it? That is... Sorry, it's a bit of a long list. Wait, where is it? It's not here, hold up.
Bruh.
What the hell? Alright, give me like 2 minutes.
More editing.
Yeah, the species is in here, hold up. Geostenbergia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's actually the Pteranodon from the ending of Lost World. Or at least it was supposed to be.
The one at the end of Lost World is supposed to be just a full-on Pteranodon.
Actually, if you check the maquettes, it was supposed to be Geostenbergia.
Well, I know.
I think he means they changed it to a Pteranodon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know in the pamphlet that Roland has, it looks like a I can't pronounce it. It looks like that, but it's labeled a Pteranodon. I know that.
Oh wait, here's the other one. It's Merodactylus. So Merodactylus and Tropiognathus. I'm getting the two of them mixed up because they have the same build design. Like the Onophocaris with the lump on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tropiognathus is Ornithochiros.
Yeah, I know. But not everyone knows that isn't a real species.
More Jurassic World misinfo.
Walking with Dinosaurs misinfo.
No, that's from Walking. That's a mistake of Walking with Dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're saying that the game has
Rahul used the wrong name.
Yeah.
Oh, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait.
Yeah, no, I was saying it had the Onophocaris nose lump.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit.
Anyway.
But yeah.
I haven't seen that much on the aviary stuff. I've mostly seen videos on the land shit, which I guess we'll get to.
Yeah. Actually, this when YouTubers started showcasing the game early because the embargo lifted, I'm surprised how little people played around with the Pteranodons. Maybe it's because it was in the previous game and they wanted to get to the aquatics because that was the thing that never was added. But I know that the Pteranodons, all the Pteranodons can attack dinosaurs, and I was actually really anticipating to see that. But I can't find any clips online as of yet. So, I don't know, maybe it'll be something I'll experience first in-game rather than watching it on YouTube. Bastards! How dare they not ruin this for me?
I'll never forgive the gaming beaver.
There's another concern I want to talk about. We'll get to that later. It has to do with the game modes.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like I think one positive I can really say is that apparently when it comes to unlocking skins, because you know how there's going to be challenge mode, right? There will be
Mm.
unlockables with those, and there will be Jurassic difficulty. However, you don't need to like do Jurassic difficulty to unlock all the skins. Like I think the hardest you have to do is just hard mode.
Right.
Yeah.
Based.
Nice. Oh my god. I've done 2 challenge mode runs in my life. They both took like I don't know what I was doing wrong, but they both took me like 40 hours.
Shit.
The first time I did it, God, I was snail's pace. It was so bad.
Yeah, actually, with the new like fast the new time system that they have, like you can pause, play, fast forward time. Um,
Hmm.
that will definitely make things go a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will be nice. That will be nice. You know, another thing that kind of annoyed me about the first game that this game fixes.
What?
You know how if you place down path, or no, sorry, if you place down a track for like the gyrosphere or the truck tour, and you place down a path in front of it, you can't
Yeah.
like have it go through.
Ugh.
Yeah, but now you can.
God.
Yeah, and they even made like crosswalk designs. I love this like all these small pieces of detail because it just makes it feel more like an actual park.
And that's the funny thing. A lot of the changes have to do with the park, and that's like the stuff I have no knowledge about the park changes.
Yeah. I mean
They
that
show
and the
me the
Pteranodons.
dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, that and the Pteranodons, but yeah.
And people are still just posting like their playthroughs and stuff.
Yeah. Did Beaver post anything new today, actually?
I don't. Yeah, he posted. I think it was like all today. He posted his giant carnivore video. Oh, here's a video. All
What?
84 dinosaurs.
Oh wait, is
This is
that
not by
that's
Beaver or no. This is from National Jurassic. Remember, there's a lot of Jurassic Park based YouTubers.
yeah, no, actually I have his video up right now.
Hold on, does he? Oh my God, the dinosaurs are all here in the description.
Yeah,
They're all here.
yeah.
What are the new ones? I know this Stegosaurus.
Okay, I can tell you that. So,
My
Attenborosaurus, Cerodactylus, Coelophysis, Dimorphodon, Elasmosaur, Geostemburgia, Ichthyosaurus, Liplorodon, Merodactylus, Mosasaur, Plesiosaur, Quaizosaur, Pinocchio Rex, Tapijara, Tupindac, no, sorry, Tropicanathus, and Tylosaurus. There's there's honestly not too much in terms of new species.
the land species. There's literally
Yeah.
only like Megalosaurus, Cusadosaur,
Oh, Pachyrhinosaurus, I forgot about that.
Pachyrhinosaur. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so what were we on again? Fly?
That pterosaurs. We were gonna talk about the pterosaurs.
Where's my Quetzalcoatl?
I think they'll put that in later.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna wait till the
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I don't know if Miles knows, but
I don't.
Oh, you don't know about Dominion?
I don't want any spoilers on that movie.
Ah, okay, so I guess I can't talk about the thing, okay.
You already knew that.
Okay, so,
They're all big bird lizards.
you bought a big
hey,
bird
don't disrespect. The
list. Some of them
pterosaurs.
larger than others.
I like my pterosaurs, and I will say I wish there was a little bit more variety because there's some pretty there's a lot of different crest shapes and shit
Yeah.
among the pterosaurs,
Actually,
and I feel like I
after,
wish we could have seen more of that.
yeah, actually, after we cover the land-based dinosaurs and what has changed with them, we should probably talk about the species list because, ooh, that is a spicy discussion. I actually want to get in with you guys. But yeah, like I'm glad that we have like most of these avians in. Like I think Tapejara and Tupinadactylus are great additions. Dimorphodon is a no-brainer. It should have been part of like the previous game with Pteranodon. But yeah, it's great to like finally see it in a park simulator game, such as Evolution 2. But yeah, it's like moving from the Avians, saving the worst for last. No, not really, but maybe kind of, sort of. The land-based dinosaurs. Like in terms of new species, there's honestly not a lot. You have, like, if you bought the deluxe edition, you'd definitely get more species. Packing Rhinoceros, Megalosaurus, and there was, oh wait, no, that's it.
Pinocchio Rex.
Yeah, you got Pinocchio Rex as well. What other?
Cryolophosaur.
Oh wait, yeah, Cryolophosaurus. I remember seeing that in the silhouettes and being so surprised about that, actually. But I think there's definitely one thing I want to point out when it comes to like the land-based dinosaurs. But you know, since we're talking about the species, we might as well get into the species. How do you guys feel that practically every dinosaur, assuming you bought all the DLCs from Jurassic World Evolution 1, are in this game?
I think it's a brainer.
Yeah, it would have been insulting if they weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, they already have the model assets. Not like it takes. They just need to attach it to the new rig with the new AI. Barely any work to add them.
Yeah.
It'd be insulting to pay for them.
If
No,
they get, you know what? It wouldn't. Only if the game, like, if it was so different, then sure. But considering how similar it is to the first one, no, they all needed to be in there.
Right.
Or at least the relevant ones. Anyone that didn't
Like,
make the cut, I expect will be in a free update.
Actually,
in a
the
very,
only
cheap down.
the only dinosaurs that didn't make it from the previous games are all the Doctor Wu hybrids. So Ankylodocus, Stegoceratops, and Spinoraptor.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care for any of those.
I like Spinoraptor.
Yeah, I like Spinoraptor too.
I liked its animations and all, but like, I could give or take the hybrids.
Oh sure, like I'm not mad that they're gone, but
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's like personally, I was honestly expecting some of the species not to make the cut, like Draco Rex or one of the Stegosaurs, like Gigantspinosaur, or even Chunkingosaurus, or even Hyungosaurus, which is apparently a deluxe edition dinosaur. Like, I was honestly not expecting all these species to come back, and I'm kind of disappointed they are, because...
Why?
Because, you know, I think there was definitely more room for more species that...
Think about it this way. If they weren't in, the total species list would be, any slot they're in would be not a slot. They were no effort to put in, right? So they didn't steal slots from other dinosaurs.
Yeah,
They were just added on.
Yeah,
If they
I guess
weren't
you're
there,
right.
the game would be a much smaller roster.
Mm. Yeah,
Miles is right.
No, yeah, he is.
yeah. He is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm the fool now. Like, when I heard the initial, like number being 75 species, I was expecting some of the species from Duet 1 to not make the cut, and those spots being filled in with other species, like maybe Quetzalcoatlus, or more marine reptiles, like, damn, its name is escaping me. It's like the croc fish.
A prehistoric alligator gar.
No, but close. But yeah, no, you're probably right with that. Well,
Yeah,
I
like
know
I said,
I'm right.
like I said, Rolfo, your point would be, it would be valid if the game was significantly different
different, yeah.
in terms of like just the whole engine just uprooted, basically an entirely different game, but
Right.
like no,
It's the same assets.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
assure you.
it's
No,
basic.
you're definitely right with
yeah.
that, with the exception of like a few species getting a glow up. Irex, Indoraptor, T-Rex, Spinosaurus, etc.
Yeah, but those ones were going to be in regardless of whatever, because they're franchise poster.
Oh wait, no,
dinosaurs.
it's like they're the only ones that like had that were redone for the new game. They
Yeah,
do not
that's what I
use the
mean. It's
old
because they're
assets.
poster dinosaurs,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
literally poster dinosaurs.
Yeah. Actually, what are your thoughts on like some of the dinosaurs getting the upgrade that they needed? Like I think the
I mean,
Spinosaurus in this game looks a lot better than the Spinosaurus in the previous game.
I haven't
I
seen
mean-
what Spino looks like in it.
I'm not gonna complain.
Once again, kind of the bare minimum they needed to do. Right
Yeah.
there. They should be better.
Yeah. But yeah. I guess since we're like past the whole species list thing, what are your thoughts on the new AI that's being implemented? How do you feel the dinosaurs handle now with the new
Oh my god.
with the new systems?
I can't comment. I've never seen a
I
dinosaur in motion.
I
really.
can.
Oh no.
So we were talking about this earlier. All right, so here's the deal for you guys who haven't like seen it yet, right? So the big thing, at least that I've seen, is the new animations, right? So here's the thing: when they are like set and played, they're kind of awesome. Like when dinosaurs fight now, let's say you have two big predators fighting, the bites they're more like the animation itself is more like visceral and quick, and the bites literally like they really hit a target. It feels very calculated. But sometimes they'll do some pretty crazy shit, like they'll just ram up against each other. Like there's some cool shit there, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, just like in the first game, they need to kind of set it up, and it is way more from gameplay I've seen. It's so much more obvious in this game. The big example is chasing, because they brought back because now when herbivores can run away from carnivores and try to get away and stuff, right? Carnivores need to chase down the target. But the problem is, it's a really jank looking animation. The way the feet, it's because the carnivores kind of go into like a chase mode, and the herbivores go into like a runaway mode. In the chase mode, it's like the carnivores are they're set on the herbivore like a laser pointer, and the way they move just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Like I think a perfect example is if you guys saw Beaver's large carnivore preview video, I think it was the Acro or the Carcharodontosaurus that literally runs backwards, not missing a single step to get at a Struthiomimus. It low-key amazing, also that's not how it should have worked.
Also, like just because of all the new animations, sometimes they really kind of glitch into each other. There's a lot of phasing through.
Yeah. Like it works well with the aquatics because they float around, so like the laws of physics don't exactly apply, but when it comes to land dinosaurs, yeah, it's definitely very, very noticeable.
Yeah. And I appreciate the attempt. There's definitely an attempt to make the animations more dynamic.
Yeah.
But they still kind of clash with what I was saying about like the presentation. I mean, and to be fair, I was thinking like in terms of what they want to do to make it so dynamic, to make AI that advanced, like I don't even think it exists. Really.
Yeah.
Most think about AI in any other video game, right? Where it's like where combats are where it's done by like enemy hits a set hitbox and the other thing will take damage, right?
Yeah.
I don't just mean like any game where you're playing as a character, even like games like these, right? Usually there's like a hitbox system. They want to have these intensely realistic, like visceral and dynamic interactions. So there's always like a trade-off. Like, I prefer this system more than the other because at least it still feels like there's AI like functioning. There's AI doing stuff with each other, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't look great all the time. But when the animations do like really hit, they're kind of incredible.
Yeah. I think the problem is that the carnivore just tries so hard to get to where it has to be. Maybe it'd just be better if instead of just going backwards and side to side, they just remain moving forward and just taking the long turns, like in J-Pog. You know, you don't see dinosaurs like moonwalking or sidestepping a lot in that game. You know, it's still like a cat with a laser pointer, but you know, if they run out of breath, then a Gallimimus like runs behind a Carcharodontosaurus. It doesn't like moonwalk; it turns around to get at it. So I think there's like definitely some improvement that needs to be done with the movement, with the
And I should
carnivores.
and I should mention that was chasing, but like when I've seen gameplay overall, there definitely is a like a laser pointer effect where you could just tell when the dinosaur has like you could just tell it has an invisible line through it,
Yeah.
and you can tell when it changed direction because like really they'll like really shuffle their feet awkwardly on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's hit or miss, what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the on at stuff about like the animations really, so I can't have an opinion until I play the actual game. But I have seen a lot of the hatchery animations, and a lot of the new ones are very very nutworthy. So that's cool.
Those are great. The idle animations when they're not phasing through other things are really
Yeah.
cool. Add a lot of personality to dinosaurs.
Yeah, actually talking about like some of the idle animations, some of the like little interactions between the dinosaurs is actually really cool. Like I showed this to Miles, but if you have two Rexes eating from a meat feeder, and you know every now and then one Rex will like take a particularly large chunk of meat, wave it around, and then the other Rex will actually like grab at it, and then the two of them would tear it apart. Kind of similarly to a particular scene in one of the
The
films.
Lost World, yeah, Lost
Yeah,
World, right?
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you know, those like little interactions are actually, I really like that because it adds more to, you know, the AI being, oh yeah, these are dinosaurs, these are living beings. And you know, it's not only that, but you know, like the little play fighting, some of them will actually snuggle up to each other, some of them will play fight even.
Aww.
Yeah, it's it's genuinely cute and nice to see. And same thing with the herbivores too. But yeah. There's definitely another thing I want to talk about.
Speaking of why, actually, can I segue into something?
Yeah, sure, please.
Because one of the best animations is the raptors pack hunting things. However,
I was actually going to get to the pack hunting too, but yes,
it
please.
turns out they can hunt everything,
Yeah.
including your giant sauropods, your giant carnivores, and all these creatures can't do anything about it.
Okay, so like to add to that, in terms of carnivores, it's more or less like the herbivores. Like the carnivores can like fight back. They can like grapple the raptor and then toss them aside. Um, but in terms of like the larger herbivores, like the Brachiosaurus and the Dreadnoughtus, I was watching a gameplay video. This man's Dreadnoughtus is just dead on the ground. It's like, oh, what killed it? And it's just like the VLC for Velociraptor. It's like, wait, hold up.
I mean, like the carnivores, they can maybe fight back. I literally watched a video where an Indominus Rex just kind of walked from one side of the enclosure to the other while just getting murked by raptors the whole way through, and then it died at the end.
Yeah, actually, if you check, like, if you check the Discord, David, I put a clip of like a Spinosaurus fighting off a couple of raptors. You have to scroll up a bit though.
Is it a general discussion?
Yeah. Actually, no, it's not too high. It's like above the X plus Godzilla. But yeah, talking about pack hunting, I'm so glad it's in the game, and if anything, it does remind me a lot of the systems that were in J-Pog. You found it, David?
Okay, they can. I see. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that Indominus was just very stupid or unlucky.
No, that's what happens when you're a hybrid.
Oh man.
Just like the liger,
What?
it's useless.
See, Miles knows where I'm coming from. But yeah, so
Oh,
like,
the biggest cat in the world, the liger,
yeah.
dies from cancer every time.
So yeah, large predators are able to protect themselves from velociraptors, but I think there's definitely another thing about the velociraptor I want to mention. So Beaver, when he was doing his carnivore showcase, he pit one of the velociraptors against an Indoraptor, and no, the Indoraptor like had comparable food, it had water, it was well fed, it had high health, it was 100%, and it was fighting against one of the raptors that fought against the I-Rex. The raptor one-shot the the Indoraptor.
Oh.
It just went straight for the jugular, killed him instantly. Everyone who was watching that was just dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded. Beaver was dumbfounded. What the hell just happened? Oh, but you know, like I think like in that case, it's kind of like in J-Pog where sometimes the dinosaurs will do like the little the biting face game, and it's the weaker dinosaur that wins, but sometimes you have death battles that happen like right out of the gates, literally. So maybe it's like
Right.
that, but I don't know. I do like the idea that those predetermined animations from Evolution 1. I don't mind them
Mm-hmm.
happening if they were a rarity, like what just happened with the Indoraptor and the Velociraptor. Just that instant takedown. I wouldn't mind that. Um, like maybe the herbivore is like lower health, and then the raptor can like hone in on it and just take it down by itself. Like that, I wouldn't mind. It just definitely like adds a little bit more to the gameplay, just a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, like it just goes to show you, it's like nothing. We're talking about the mosasaur being unkillable. The raptors are really unkillable. Yeah. Yo, what can kill the mosasaur? The velociraptors.
One day we're gonna be like playing, and then we're just not gonna be able to control anything, and it turns out we got deleted by the velociraptors.
You see what happened was that someone at Frontier really loves the Velociraptors and snuck that in so that as like payback for like when as a kid like their friends were like Velociraptor sucks, like anything can kill a Velociraptor, and this was his moment. He's like, I'll show them all.
This is the day one velociraptor buff.
Yeah.
Mid-max velociraptors.
Yeah. Alright. I think one more thing I want to add before we like get into speculations and what we would like to see later on. Indominus Rex. Apparently it has built-in camouflage.
Well, that's good. I don't have to waste a genetic slot.
Yeah. Personally, I kind of wished that it was a genetic slot, mainly so that we can integrate that with other dinosaurs. Like, I got into some of the novels, didn't read them, just
Carnotaurus.
yeah. So not only the Carnotaurus, but apparently in the first book there was a Velociraptor that killed Dr. Wu, and apparently it also could camouflage as well, which is kind of weird, but like
I've never heard of
why
that
not?
one.
In theory, why not allow us to just give any dinosaur that gene?
yeah,
You know, fuck it.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe they could like include that in a DLC, but I don't know.
I highly doubt Universal give the green light to give dinosaurs new abilities.
Well, fuck Universal. I got some complaints about them. Actually, yeah, I guess we could like talk about that now. Like things we want to see in the game later on.
There's Stegosaurus. My case is closed. I'm in good space.
Yes.
Yeah, Therizinosaurus would actually be pretty interesting, and apparently there's rumors going around that it will show up in Dominion.
And make sure it's floofy. If it's not floofy, I riot.
Yeah. One thing I want to see personally is I can't believe they done this, but our boy Allosaurus still isn't looking like the canon Allosaurus.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's so
Actually,
weird.
let's get into that a little bit more. So, you know, a lot has happened since the last Evolution DLC and the release of Evolution 2, so I'd imagine that they'd at least fix or change a few things. Uh, Two of these things I really wanted to see them change was the Allosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus, because, in case you guys don't know, in Camp Cretaceous, they showcased the Tyrannosaurus. And instead of changing the design to that, they ended up just going with the previous game design, which I understand why, but at the same time, I want the canon Tyrannosaurus.
I think it'd be nice to have
Yeah.
it as it would definitely nice to have as an option because it is the canon. I do like the world Tyrannosaurus more,
No, you're
um,
right. It's a good
but then why
design.
not both? It's like why not
Yeah,
both? You know?
exactly. Although in saying that,
Es- especially because there's a certain theropod that's in the game that we know is gonna get a canon design soon.
yeah, we can't say
But,
anything because
but
Miles is here.
and I was really surprised it's still in the game at launch
Yeah,
because I was
same,
like,
same.
You're
I'm
talking
like,
about the Giga, right?
oh,
Same
okay,
trailer I
there,
have.
okay,
Oh,
there you go. Well, yeah, okay, there
Because
you go.
Raul
Because,
kept sending me fucking pictures.
okay, yeah. So like they have the evolution Giga still, which is weird. So
yeah.
like whenever we get the inevitable Dominion update or DLC or whatever, are we gonna have both, or is it gonna just replace that?
You know what? I think it's gonna be like what they did with the JP3 Raptors, where it's gonna be a cosmetic gene that will change
Right.
the entire design. And you know what?
Maybe, or it could just be like the Gen 2 Allosaurus, just not be there.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it could be, but I
I
think
mean, from
they could have done that with the first Evolution DLC, just like making the Sorna Raptors a Gen 2, but they just made it a cosmetic.
like they could they could have done that with the alt. Like why didn't like
Why didn't we get the adult Allosaurus when we got
yeah
the
why wasn't that made a new cosmetic? It's very strange.
Like, it was literally called the Battle of Big Rock update, and it only added one thing. It didn't change the other dinosaur that is honestly more relevant in that short film.
Yeah.
Like,
And
more relevant.
didn't it add like a new animation for like the Allosaurus and the Nasuto, where like they could fight each other or something? Wasn't that a thing?
No, I don't think so.
Don't know.
I think I remember. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm making up fake news in my mind.
Nasutosaurus had a different impaling animation, maybe, but
Right? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. But
there
Yeah,
was
it's
no
so weird
love
that-
for the Allosaurus in that update.
yeah.
No,
It's a
there
damn
wasn't.
shame. I will
Well,
say,
they did change the hands though, didn't they? On the J-Way 2? They changed the hands.
yeah, they did.
Didn't
They
they?
did. Yeah.
Why not just go full? Just give us the full thing. Why? What is happening? Maybe it'll be with the Dominion update or DLC. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it depends. Like, if Allosaurus shows up in Dominion, then sure, I guess. But like, why didn't they do it for Battle of Big Rock? Why didn't they
Exactly,
change its design for Jurassic World Evolution 2? It's like, it perplexes me. Like, so much they could have done, but they didn't do
It's
it.
very strange.
Now, like, in terms of Camp Cretaceous, actually, I was talking to David about this. So, Frontier came out saying that the base game won't have any Camp Cretaceous content. So, like, no Monolophosaurus, no Scorpius Rex, no glowing Parasaurolophus. However, that doesn't mean it's not coming to the game. So,
Did they specifically word it as like, oh, there's no Camp Cretaceous content in the base game? Did they specifically word it that way?
yeah, I think so. There was a tweet about it. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
one of us could find it. Everyone quickly search, but like,
I'll be honest, like while you're talking, I am watching like a video of just like animations and crap from this, just in case I want to mention anything.
yeah. So like, talking about that, like, here's a couple things I want to point out. When Evolution first came out, it came out 11 days before Fallen Kingdom came out, and then when Fallen Kingdom came out, they hit the stores with the Fallen Kingdom update. I almost forgot the word for that. A completely free update with, Sinoceratops, Baryonyx, Stygimoloch, Indoraptor, etc. I think also Allosaurus. So, here's something that I realized. Evolution 2 comes out November 9th. The new season of Camp Cretaceous comes out on December 3rd. So, maybe we'll get a free update with all the Camp Cretaceous content. Maybe we'll finally get like the Canon Tyrannosaurus, the glow-in-the-dark Parasaurolophus, Gene Cosmetics, and possibly even get Monolophosaurus and Scorpius Rex. Maybe it's going to be paid DLC, maybe it'll be a free update, or maybe they won't do it at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like if they ever do a Camp Cretaceous pack or anything, it would be like DLC and not an update. I feel like the free DLC, like the big free DLC, is gonna be the Dominion.
I feel like that's limited
yeah.
to movies.
Yeah, I can see that.
So if they do Camp Cretaceous stuff, it's probably gonna be you're probably gonna
A
have to pay for
pack
it.
or like a little mini story thing, especially because like it doesn't add a whole lot. If you think about it, it adds some cosmetics for the Baryonyx.
Yeah, they could do that.
They add the bumpy Allosaur, the big nose fuck off raptor, forget its name, even though you were just saying it.
Oh, Monolophosaurus?
Yeah, Monolophus and Scorpius, like, and the glow in the dark parrot, like that's it.
And the Tyrannosaurus.
And a Tyrannosaurus.
Or
that's pack size.
Or if anything else, they just like go with Monolophosaurus and Scorpius Rex and just have that as a free update.
I don't
just
know.
those two.
I mean, there might be even more stuff in the next season anyway. So
yeah, it depends if they like go that extra mile or not. It's like I'm trying to like temper expectations. It's like, oh, they could do this, they could do that, but at the same time, would they? Is like the main question.
Well, no, I don't think they would, as of the Camp Cretaceous stuff we have now, because literally majority is just cosmetic.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that tweet. Hold up.
They're definitely not above selling a skin pack, though.
That I can totally see. That's
Yeah.
why I said I can see it as a DLC or like.
Oh, okay. I found the tweet. Hey Josh, Jurassic World Evolution 2 features an original story that follows from the events of Fallen Kingdom, and we have no plans for Camp Cretaceous content. We'll be revealing more about the 75 plus prehistoric species featured in-game as we get closer to the launch.
It should be mentioned. There is a big difference between what people in video game industry say versus what they do.
No, you're completely right.
Usually for worse, but sometimes for better.
Yeah, it's like when with the first Evolution game, there were definitely a lot of problems, like the fact that the T-Rex was the largest predator in that entire game. And
I got the little baby Giga,
yeah, and every other
Super Rex.
And every other predator that was supposed to be bigger was a manlet compared to it. But then they updated the game. They made Giganotosaurus larger. They made Spinosaurus larger as well, and I guess after that they also made other predators that were supposed to be larger than Carcharodontosaurus, larger than it as well.
They also make made Ceratosaurus smaller because it was too big. when it-
Yeah,
when the game launched.
Ceratosaurus was giant. But yeah,
I blacked out. What game are we talking about?
we were talking about how in Evolution 1 they said there were things they
Yeah.
couldn't change, but they ended up changing them anyway.
Yeah, they were like, oh no, because of the way the models work, we literally cannot change the sizes of the dinosaurs. But then they did.
And then they did.
Well, that makes no sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's like, if... Also, another thing that they changed, the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus in the base game had his tail drooped, but then they changed it to have his tail off the ground, like, what it was supposed to be. Both in terms of, like, scientific accuracy, but also more like the Lost World Jurassic Park Stegosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
And then they also changed the coastal Indo.
Yeah, they changed the coastal Indominus in secret, actually.
Yeah, it was just like in one of the random updates that it just suddenly changed.
Yeah. Which is a damn shame, because I really like the older coastal Indominus compared to the newer one.
I like the pure black, but I don't need the black guys. That was much.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit much.
No, yeah. But yeah. So, like, sure, they say they can't add Camp Cretaceous content, but at the same time...
Well, they didn't say they can't.
They, at the moment...
They don't have plans.
They don't have plans at the moment, but yeah.
There's no can't or can in that. It's just they don't feel like doing it right now.
Yeah.
It's a case of will or won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe after December 3rd we'll see.
It's essentially like asking for the JP skins. Like, they can do it, but will they?
Right.
The answer is the very last update.
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of other things I want to see them change, the aquatics, I definitely hope they can make them a little more interactive with the world outside of the fish tank.
Yeah, I just don't see how they can do that without completely redoing the aquarium.
I don't know, we'll just have to see.
Maybe.
They're elevated buildings, like...
A little bit. Well, yeah. What about you guys? Is there anything that you particularly want to see later down in the line? Or
More variations of pterosaur, I guess, is the big one for me.
paid content? Got it.
Sure, or whatever. That's how it's got to be done. Sure.
Yeah.
Give me more wacky crest types, because there's so many like different like crazy pterosaurs that have like weird crests.
Yeah. One pterosaur I definitely would like to see is Quetzalcoatlus. That is something.
Of course,
Yeah.
everyone wants that. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I hear it's going to be in Dominion as well, so maybe they'll wait for it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the way I see it with flyers is that every time they release a new flyer, they'll release an aquatic to go with it, because right now they're 7 to 7.
That would make sense. That would make sense, yeah.
You know what? You know how with those small dinosaur packs, like the carnivore pack or the herbivore pack, the Cretaceous dinosaur pack, they might go about just having one aquatic, one avian, and one land-based dinosaur for those small packs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be preferable, honestly.
I also hope with the Dominion update that we get like cosmetics for that opening sequence.
Yeah, they could add like a cosmetic for the T-Rex, because the T-Rex in the opening had proto feathers.
Didn't actually see that. I thought that was the Giga.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Fucking.
I was trying to be vague. I wasn't
I
going
know.
to say anything specific, but
You're all really bad at this.
Yeah.
I just said cosmetics based off the opening scene.
I mean, as soon as Miles said no spoilers, I mentally went, All right, I just won't. Let's just not fucking mention.
I was trying to be
anything.
vague about. I was trying to be vague about it.
Be vaguer.
No, that's
You
on
was
me.
vague. It was Rahul's response.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
okay,
that was
okay.
on me. That was on me.
The stuff we know about Dominion, that's going to be a Dominion, just put that in the game and it probably is going to be there, so we'll see later.
Yeah. Can I at least talk about the Lystrosaurus?
No,
Oh, okay.
you lost your rights.
We must
Wait.
punish him. Shame!
Yeah, come on, get it all out. Shame me.
Shame!
Shame.
Have it all
Did
out.
Jurassic World like live show ever come out? That thing with the animatronic raptors? I forget what that was about.
Oh, with the Troodon or?
No, it had like the desert raptors.
Right. No, you're right. So.
Did that ever come out, or was
Oh,
that
as a
scrapped
DLC?
because of COVID? No, I meant like in real life.
No, I think they did manage to do a few shows before COVID struck.
I would love those raptors.
I think you can make. That's another thing we didn't talk about, the custom skins.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Forgot
so
about that.
yes.
I've seen a little bit of that, and from what I've seen, they look really cool. I just kind of wish, like, we can use like the assets from like the movie skins too, because the way it works is that the movie skins are like you can't like customize them at all. It's
Yeah,
just
you can't alter them at all.
Yeah,
so
like,
you
it
got
would-
the Bull Rex stripe with a different color scheme.
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't do that.
I wish like maybe I can like take the Tiger Raptor, but like instead of it being orange, it's like white or something with the black stripes.
Yeah.
Zebra.
Yeah, like a zebra raptor or whatever.
Yeah.
I go or like the male or like I could put like the quills of the JP3 raptor on like the other raptors or something.
I love the male raptor design.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Can I just mention that when we listed the new dinosaurs, I think we forgot a Argosaurus, which is I can't believe I forgot because it's one of my favorite dinosaurs.
You were like really excited when that was shown. So.
I'm going through the video. I'm just like, I will say, like going through this video because it's just a showcase of all the dinosaurs, different animations, right? Okay, first of all, the game visually looks better than I thought, art style wise. Especially when you make like dense forest full of foliage, it's really, really good. The animations. So the best way to put it, it's like it's brilliant until you have very brief moments of pure jank where it just doesn't work. Most of the animations are very on point. Just a few, occasionally they just go to shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
But besides that complaint, I have I'm pretty happy with the customizing.
Yeah. I kind of
you can do a proper white Indoraptor now, which is cool.
Yeah, you
Like
can
a
make
pure
white.
white.
Yeah, you can make an Indoraptor Gen 2.
Yeah. Well, can you do a Gen 2? I know you can do the pure white one.
You can. So, like, the
Okay,
pattern for
okay.
the Indoraptor is the stripe that goes down its body.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and they
So you
have
just changed the blue. So
Yeah, so yeah, there is a blue one, and then you have the white skin. Put them together, Indoraptor Gen 2. You can make
that's awesome.
you can make a canon Indoraptor Gen 2 now.
and hey, because I always complained, I always didn't like that the base Indoraptor skin from the first game, like the stripe was way too like dark. It was like more of an orangey color when like in the movie it's like a bright yellow. So like you can do that now.
Yeah, you can change that now. Yeah.
I've always been a fan of very colorful dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, actually,
Same.
with the new skin system, the amount that you could pull off is actually pretty impressive. And I don't know, maybe you could even like recreate the skins from the previous game. You know, Taiga, Coastal,
Probably.
Alpine. Yeah.
I'd be surprised if those weren't templates, like the colors.
Oh no, for sure. For sure they like use those as templates. But like whether you can like recreate them one for one from that game into this one has yet to be seen. Like I've asked that question, but they to one of the guys who had the game early, but they didn't give me like a definitive answer as to whether we could or not. Some of the species, maybe, probably not all of them.
Yeah, but you can like even dinosaurs that like by default like have patterns, like you can have them like with just like no patterns at all. Like you can have like an Edmontosaurus that's just all brown. So if you want like more monochrome dinosaurs, you can do that too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely like recreate the movie skins, like the Ceratops from Battle at Big Rock pretty easily, but some of them apparently are a little difficult to recreate. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have.
I don't understand why they don't just make those like
Yeah,
because some of them like the ones that are switched over from Return to Jurassic Park. Those are like they're just set skins and you can't like change them at all, right? But
Yeah.
but like the ones that weren't Return to Jurassic Park skin, like those like they're not set, so you have to like figure it out, which is weird.
Personally, I kind of understand why that's the case, but at the same time, it's like, why put us through it?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, talking about the legacy skins on not being able to edit them, I kind of see why they wouldn't do that. Mainly because, like, if you look at blue, there's definitely more than just a simple pattern and base color going on with that one.
Sure.
Yeah, and I get... Actually, no, you can't make that argument because when you choose a different pattern color, it also changes the other pattern colors with it, like with the Montosaurus. Like, you've seen some of those clips, right? You've seen Best in Slot's video.
Yeah. He makes a literally like a plain brown Edmontosaurus.
Yeah. But now it's kind of curious to see how I'm gonna go about this because usually when it comes to making exhibits, I like making every colored, like if I'm gonna have a single species in an enclosure, I want to make sure every single one of them has their own unique cosmetic gene. But now like the combinations are even more, so let's up that social.
But what sucks, at least from what it seems like because now you can release multiple dinosaurs like at once.
Yeah.
But they all have to be the same skin. You can't like.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're all from the same hatching.
Yeah,
so
they're all from the same clutch. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, it would be so nice to like go in and change the cosmetics at least, because imagine that running animation with Blue, Charlie, Echo, Delta, or even with all like the JP Raptor skins as well. That would be
with all the raptor types just coming out. Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, that would be so fantastic.
And imagine and obviously we're gonna have if they do the Camp Cretaceous pack, we would get the 3 berries
Oh my god.
Yeah. And,
so imagine that coming out of the hatchery.
Like the Brother Grimms. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Carlos, the male and female Rex coming out at the same time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That would be so good.
Sorry guys, watching more animations, I just saw some complete ignorance. Have you seen how the Carnotaurus kills a goat?
Yeah.
It zooms them into the air.
Yeah, it just literally belts it. Yeah. Actually,
they also not happy about they really fixed up the Carnotaurus too. It doesn't have a gaping just blue stare anymore.
Yeah.
Same deal with the Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
I will say, I still think the Carnotaurus looks too skinny. It should be more chunkier.
Yeah.
Because the one...
No, it's another dinosaur that definitely needed an overhaul in terms of appearance. I look at this Carnotaurus and it doesn't look like the Fallen Kingdom Carnotaurus to me. Honestly,
it doesn't. It's too skinny.
Yeah, it's its eyes are definitely different But yeah,
And the head is too big.
yeah, the head, the tail is Um, oh wow, now there's a couple of other things I want to add in. If we're getting a full DLC with for Camp Cretaceous, Toro skin, hey.
What would
um,
that be? Just a fucking burnt up Carnotaurus?
oh no, I'm talking about like the one with the scar because
I know.
The Echo skin had a giant scar on it too, but that's also like completely unique in terms of its own design. Another thing I want to point out is the Carcharodontosaurus. Have any of you guys heard its roar?
No.
No.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, David, you should like put a clip in if you can. But it's amazing because what they did is that they actually incorporated the original Carcharodontosaurus sounds from J-Pog into the new one.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like still mixed in, but it actually works pretty well.
Where's the
Hold on.
Albertosaurus
I got
scream?
it. I got it.
Just a Oh man. Yeah, I missed that.
I'll send it to the thing. Someone posted a video noting the change.
Oh, wait, yeah.
There is a mod that lets you have that scream for Albertosaurus.
Well,
It's pretty
check
good.
it out because they actually mix it into the bellow.
Yeah, it actually sounds pretty nice. Miles, you check it out too.
Where is it?
It's in general chat.
General discussions?
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was so surprised when I heard that. By God. And you know what? With the new like custom skin system, maybe we can even recreate the J-Pog.
Oh yeah.
It won't be like one for one, but it will be close. It will be close.
And because of mods, I've seen what that model looks like with the JPOG
Yeah.
colors, and it looks awesome. So
Actually, that's another thing. Like the modding community, like I know in terms of them modding Evolution 2, it's gonna take some time, but what if they like took some of the assets from Evolution 2 and brought it into Evolution 1?
I don't think that would be entirely possible because, like, obviously, like Evolution 2 has like literal like new like systems in place that mechanics. And like
Right.
that would be almost impossible to like bring over to the first game. But like maybe I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Since you say
Start
that,
building or something, maybe.
you know, I can see them like bringing some of the new species from the new game into the old game, like a Margosaurus or
Sure.
some of the Pteranodons even, because we've seen them like putting completely new models into the game, so it is possible. So yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, it's like when the modding community gets its hands on this, it's ooh boy.
Oh boy, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it'd be great to see like more soft canon stuff with the official release, but I guess that's the great thing about modders is like if the game companies won't do it or if the IPs won't allow you to do it, then the modders will. Like having the Telltale game, like having the Telltale games Herrerasaurus or
The
Troodon. And you know, if you guys heard of the game, like, have you guys heard of the soft canon game called Jurassic World Aftermath?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I haven't.
Yeah, so apparently in that game they establish a little bit more lore. Like, it's the first attempt to get Blue's DNA in like a refrigerator unit. But like in that game, they also showcased 3 new raptors, and one of them has bioluminescence. Like, I would love to see more soft canon content from these other games being implemented into these park simulators or even like the mobile games. And you know, it's
the mobile
like
games, it's only a matter of time. I feel like because they're running out of ideas.
Yeah, and
In this game, Universal has such a tight hold on what can and can't get in.
Yeah.
That like it's really up to executives.
Yeah, but you know, it's a damn shame because you know, it's like going back to conversation about the canon dinosaurs versus the dinosaurs they have in the game. Like, I want the canon Tyrannosaurus, I want the canon adult Allosaurus, And it's like, please, Universal. Like, I don't blame the game devs, but it's like I think Universal definitely needs to like communicate better with them in terms of like designs and whatnot. But yeah, um, you know what? We're
Can I mention?
No, yeah, please go, go,
Yeah,
go.
I guess just one, like, if you want to end it, so just one more thing, I would like them to see. Maybe not for. I don't think they can do it for this game because the system's already in place, but maybe for the next one because I just looked up how the skin customization functions, right?
Yeah,
And it's pretty expensive, but you still select from templates, right?
yeah,
Um,
Yes.
I think the next step is just say, fuck it, give us the color wheel.
yeah. I
I've
mean,
seen games do that where they just give you the color wheel and like go ham, make your all pink armor.
yeah. If
Let's
there's
make our
Yeah.
all pink
Yeah,
Rex.
like to add to that, one of the major complaints for the custom skins, uh, as of now is that the pattern that you implement, sure, it says like you have more than one option, but it's really the same pattern with different colors. It would have been nice if we could have different patterns and you could choose the colors within those patterns. Uh, but yeah, it's like if they could do that, that would be fantastic, honestly.
It'd also be cool, like, like again, back to like, allowing you to release multiple dinosaurs from the same
With this,
hatchery
yeah,
with different patterns. It would be cool if like there's like a randomizer where like you can just like like where like you don't know which patterns are going to come out. That
yeah,
could also be fun.
yeah. All right, one more thing I'm gonna add, in terms of like the gene splicing. So it's not like the previous game where the more genes you add, the less viable the dinosaur becomes. There is a set amount of genes that you can implement into a dinosaur. So like you can have like 10 social, but you can't add anything else. Like you can't make it more aggressive or give it like better tolerances with forests or plains. So, I don't like that. I really like the previous system where it kind of like hinders you in terms of viability. But now it just feels like you're just kind of like filling in slots for the sake of filling slots. But yeah, you'll see it when you play the game. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to add? Because we're coming up on the 2 hour mark.
Not that I can think of. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the game to really add any more.
Yeah, fair, fair. David,
Um,
I'm good.
Carlos.
I'm a lot more excited about it, knowing that a lot. For, I'm a lot more excited about it now than I was before, and I'm definitely gonna get it. I still don't think I'm gonna get it on launch because I'm a little financially unstable right now. But I'm actually excited for it, which I wasn't sure if I was gonna be because obviously concerns of things being left out or like it just being kind of the same game again, which it still kind of is, but like it's still
Yeah,
like different enough that like I'm excited, but it's
yeah.
also like still like similar enough that like I'm not gonna be in a rush to get it right. So
No, fair,
uh,
fair.
that's all I have to say, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited about fucking what's it called? The what ifs. The
Oh,
what
Chaos
ifs.
Theory mode, yeah.
Chaos Theory mode. I'm excited about that. That seems like a really cool idea. So
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to play. But yeah, I guess that's it. Seriously, guys, not all at once.
That was it.
Yeah, no, it is. But yeah, thank you all for coming, taking time out of your precious weekend to come into a chat
of
room with
course.
complete strangers to talk about a game that you may or may not know. Spoilers were shared, disappointments were announced, genuine excitement has been declared, etc., etc. I'm running out of things to say. God help me. But
Adios.
but yeah, uh, be sure to check. Fuck. Actually, check back into the channel later on because, like, the one thing I want to do with you guys is try and recreate Jurassic World from the movie in
okay, all right.
sandbox mode, because now we can add aquatics, we can add the
Right,
Dimorphodon.
yeah, we can do the Mosasaur.
Yeah, we can do it now. We can do it, guys. But yeah, keep it locked in at the Lone Colony, where we'll upload once every year. But yeah, it's like thank you guys for coming. Honestly, it was really nice chatting with you again.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. This has been Repaw Reptiles.
Bye bye. I am Ultratron563. Go to my channel and look at my shitty music video edits.
David.
Subscribe to the Lone Colony for more really focused, well planned content, just like this video. The greatest video of all time.
Miles.
I got nothing. I'm just a dude. I don't have anything to plug.
Subscribe to MPK. No, I'm just joking. But yeah.
I don't even think I have a YouTube channel. If I did, it just has some Spore videos.
Yeah. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.
We did it!
I hope you got the screen. Is this end of that?
No, I did. Wait, hold up. Why aren't you stopping?
Uh-oh.
Why aren't you stopping?
More content, baby! Yeah!
It's
Oh no. Stop, you madman. Stop. Stop. Stop.
The AI takeover is starting.
Yeah, a little bit. But oh wait, hold up. I think I got it.